Hello. Do you have memories about events or situations that happened, negative ones, that keep coming up? They keep their charge no matter what you do about it or them. And that kind of makes you want to beat yourself up, doesn't it? And think, oh, I should have got over that or whatever. One of the reasons we hold on to those memories is because there's a lot more in them than we think. We judge it as an event, as a whole, as one thing that happened. But there's actually quite a number of different things that are going on at the same time. And that's why when we think we've released something or we want to release something, we can release a part, but if there's other parts still going on, then it's going to keep that alive. And it could even bring back the bit that you thought you'd released. So I want to share with you a situation that happened to me and put me in a place of being able to work this out. So it's a personal story, which no longer has a charge for me, but it was a great big explosion. It's a great big aha moment that I hope will help. And I'm going to call it distancing from disappointment. So the story goes, I have a very good friend, let's call her Mary, and we decided to go into a business venture together. And I was actually doing it more for her than me, and I was financing it. But she had more technical skill than I had. And I did what I always do, was get out there and put a lot of effort into doing what was required, way more than Mary did. And Mary was busy doing other stuff. Anyway, I completed what needed to be done, in my opinion, for me. And then I sat down with a big smile on my face saying, right, okay, done that now. Now Mary, I've set this all up for Mary and she can kick in and she can do it. And we will have business success. And guess what? Disappointment. So Mary sends me an email and she said, like, really sorry, Jazz, but I've just been offered an amazing job, an amazing opportunity, and I'm going to take it. And this means that I do not have time to do the business we chose to do together. Doing. Okay, so what happens? First thing, disappointment, huge disappointment. Anger, resentment, all sorts of stuff was going on. And I was in a place where I was ready to expand consciously, I guess, because the hurt of all of that was so big that I knew that it was bigger than what had actually happened. And so I sat down to ponder it. And what I did was I was able to start to separate the different parts and to work with those different parts that completed this whole thing of disappointed because Mary let me down. So what I did was I put, okay, I'm disappointed. It's true. And I put disappointment over in this box. And it's like, okay, and I really feel that. So I'm going to allow myself to be disappointed. Angry. Super angry. And who could blame me? Who could blame me? Whether I'm a spiritual being or not. Anger. Well, let's put that in this box. And let me get to that after this. So a plan started. And then I started to look at the reasons why she'd done it. and to evaluate that without these two emotions. And what I saw was that, of course, she'd made a choice that I didn't like, but it was a choice that it was a no-brainer. She had to do it. And because of her financial circumstances, she needed to do it for her family. So she had made a choice. And I'm like, okay, I get that. And in the similar situations, I believe I would have done the same. So I'm like, wow. So there's a box, and already I can start to look at that differently. And then there was this other box over here that I didn't want to look at. And that was about being happy for her because she had got what she'd been looking for. And that was a great job with loads of money and great opportunities. I was like, wow, what a relief. So by being able to break this down into parts, I was able to see things differently. And I was actually able, in a very, very short period of time, to be absolutely grateful and happy that she got that job. Then I went back over here and I looked at those emotions, and I allowed myself to feel that because they were true. Now, allowing, you'll all have tools, whether you meditate on it, whether you have affirmations, whatever it is that you use. But with consciousness, I looked at that disappointment first. And when I allowed myself to be disappointed, it started to disperse. If I didn't look at disappointment and I just wanted it to go away, it wasn't going to go away. It was just going to hide itself until the next opportunity to be disappointed. So as I watched and allowed disappointment connected to my story with Mary, what came up was other disappointments. And this latest one had just come on the top of a whole pile of others. So I started to see that my disappointment around this situation seemed huge, but it wasn't. It was just a bit more of the same stuff. I'm like, wow, how cool is that? And so I could start to investigate disappointment. Same thing with anger. It wasn't really about that. Yeah, I was a bit cheesed off. But it's the underlying stuff. It's what's driving that. And that will be events that happened probably earlier in your life that you didn't pay attention to and are actually looking for a way out. So they create situations where you can re-experience that emotion so that you go deeper and you release more of it. It's very cool, isn't it? So to sum up, when something happens to you that you don't like, you can either use it to empower yourself by unraveling it and put it in bite-sized pieces that you can work with, or you can keep it in a big lump and bring it up every week, every month, every coffee morning, and be a victim to that for the rest of your life. I know which one I choose. I think you'll be choosing the same one. So have fun with this. Allowing yourself to feel what you feel is okay. Pretending it's not there, you're in denial, and it's still there. And it will raise its ugly little head at some point. So deal with these things on a regular basis. It will empower you. It'll change the shape of your day. And you will start to be able to see people, events, and situations very, very differently than you did before. Have an absolutely excellent day as you distance yourself from drama and disappointments. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you think of anybody, and not your enemies, if you think of anybody that this would help, please do send them the link to this, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and any comments that you would like to leave, I will be delighted to respond to you. We're all on this journey together. We all need to help each other. And I love supporting people on their journeys of discovery. Bye-bye.